Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now today, I want to talk about something that another watch channel, Watch Arts I, shout out to Bill Sanders, subscribe to him if you don't know him, a topic he covered, and that is high horology at a fraction of the price. Now, Bill and I may not agree on everything, as we've had some pretty lively discussions in his Facebook group, but he's a really smart guy and he knows his watches. And he touched on a brand that I think doesn't get enough love, and that's going to be the subject of my video. Glashutte Original, high horology for a fraction of the price. Now, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. I'm actually not wearing anything because I just took off the watch I was wearing, and in honor of this video, I was wearing the Glashutte Senator Hand Date, a watch that I'm currently have in stock at delraywatch.com, shameless plug, my website where I own and sell some awesome pre-owned watches. And actually, guys, if you haven't been, go check it out right now, because I just got a bunch of new stock. A bunch of Rolexes, some Breitlings, and Omega, this Glashutte, amongst others. The site has really been updated with a bunch of new watches yesterday, so you should really go check it out. But Glashutte Original, high horology at a fraction of the price. Well, let me start by saying this. What is high horology? High horology can mean a lot of things to different people, but to me personally, high horology means in-house movements, or at least heavily modified data, but generally in-house movements, hand finishing, that's on the movement and on the case, a level of exclusivity, and of course, significant amount of complications offered by the brands. Some high horology houses include A. Lange & Söhne, Patek Philippe, of course, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Richard Mille. I consider a lot of Glashutte Originals pieces to be also high horology, where a brand like Rolex and Omega generally is not or are not high horology. Omega does make a couple of high horology pieces. Rolex can be argued with the Sky Dweller, but it still doesn't fit the bill of high horology in my opinion. So it's a different level of horology that's kind of mainly characterized by artisanal craftsmanship and the touch of human hands to finish it, as opposed to an assembly line. Now, of course, through that description, I'm sure you guys can tell, high horology is not cheap. No, it isn't. And a lot of people have talked about some kind of great ways to get into high horology for less expensive prices. I've talked about it myself as well with brands like JLC, brands like Girard-Perregaux. And I've even mentioned Glashutte once or twice, but I honestly feel I've kind of ignored them, and so has much of the watch community. So, Glashutte Original, what makes them special? Well, first off, they're a German brand in the small town of Glashutte, the same town as Nomos, Lange & Söhne, Glashutte Original, Moule Glashutte. There's a few different brands in that town of Glashutte, but it's, the two big players are Lange and Gio, Glashutte Original. Yes, they are owned by the Swatch Group, but Lange is also owned by Richemont, and Swatch pretty much leaves them be. Now, Glashutte is a completely in-house made movement. All their movements are made in-house, and they've taken other very impressive steps recently to fit more of this high horology mold. They now have a dial factory. They now have a case factory. Very few of their parts are outsourced. I think at this point it's only the straps, which is pretty normal, and the sapphire crystals. But I believe everything else is made in-house. They make maybe about 7,000 to 9,000 watches a year. I don't believe they make a quartz watch at the moment, unless their new ladies line has a quartz movement in it. But the best of my knowledge right now, they're completely mechanical, and they make some fantastic complications. Tourbillons, perpetual calendars, marine chronometers, some crazy chronographs. And, of course, their movements being all in-house are generally mostly hand-finished. Their entry level is not hand-finished, but most of their movements are. And I'm looking at the back of this watch, and I can see Glashutte striping, swan neck regulators, gold used on the movement, so they used precious metals in there. And these are all signs of high horology. Now, here's the kicker, though. Yeah, a watch like a Glashutte Panomatic Lunar at full retail, I believe, is like 11, 12, 13,000. Pre-owned, they're a fraction of the price. I mean, once again, another shameless plug. This Senator hand date, full box, full papers, basically never worn, I'm selling it for way under $5,000. And that's for, a German-made movement with a complication and the display engraved case back. I mean, this is nuts. The value is crazy. Their Carré collection, very unpopular, the square pieces. Those, you can get a moon phase for under $5,000. I mean, this is delivering high-value watches to collectors out there, and I don't think this brand should be ignored. Yes, some people may say they're the poor man's Lange, but I don't think that's the case. Glashutte certainly is more accessible. They make watches in steel, but they've pioneered a lot of things. And dare I say, their big date is more impressive than Lange's big date, which is an icon that Lange makes. It's on the same plane as opposed to Lange's, which has a divider in the middle, because the two discs are actually one above the other. Well, Glashutte's doesn't need a divider because it's on the same plane, as I said. Now, I'm not saying Glashutte is comparable to Lange. On their higher-end pieces, they certainly are. But what I am saying is for you guys on a budget, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, even $3,000, don't ignore the double G out of Glashutte. Glashutte Original is a brand, it's a sleeper brand that offers huge bang for buck. And of course, there are other brands out there like this as well, but today I needed to shine the spotlight on the brand named after the city because they're offering some great horological concepts and they come out with great watches year after year, and I just feel like they're nowhere near where they need to be in terms of love from the watch community. Guys, what do you think of Glashutte Original? Am I overhyping them, or do you agree? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, once again, check out Delray Watch Supply. That's delraywatch.com, link in the description to my website to buy some cool pre-owned luxury timepieces. Wow, I really can't talk today. I'm kind of struggling. Anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.